Hi everyone and welcome to Women in Retail Talks. In this episode, guest host Heather Logan, Partnerships Lead at the Female Quotient, speaks with Carol Chen, co-founder of StyleMe, a virtual 3D styling solution for e-commerce sites. Listen in as they discuss the pain points facing retailers today, the technologies like StyleMe that are leading the future of retail, and the women leaders Carol admires in the industry. This episode was recorded live at Shop Talk 2019 in Las Vegas. And now, on to the show. Hi everyone, we're here in the FQ Lounge, home of equality at Shop Talk. My name is Heather, I'm the Partnerships Lead for the Female Quotient, and I'm sitting here with Carol Chen, the co-founder of StyleMe. We're so excited to have her and her technology showcased in the lounge so beautifully. So Carol, can you tell me a little bit more about your background and how you got started co-founding StyleMe?
Sure. Hi Heather, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me. So I've basically been in fashion my entire life. I've had 5 different fashion startups. I call myself a serial masochist. I started off as a designer in LA, then I went to China to build my own factory. I had a MMA brand in Hong Kong, and then I built a retailer in Singapore. And through all those experiences, and obviously just being a fanatic shopper myself, you know, I got very frustrated with the online shopping experience, especially being an online retailer in Singapore. As a user, I feel like I don't want to buy things online because I don't know what size I am, and then when I get it, it doesn't fit, and then I have to go through the hassle of returning it. And as a retailer, I'm frustrated because users are having those experiences, and then it's really hitting our margins, and it's just frustrating for everybody. So that's really when we came up with the idea that we really need to solve this problem of how can we build confidence in the consumer so that they can actually shop confidently online by being able to try clothes on virtually. And that's essentially what we built at StyleMe. It's the world's most advanced 3D virtual fitting room.
It's amazing, and we have it showcased here in the Female Quotient's Confidence Collection. You made it so easy for us where we just shipped you a few of our t-shirts, you scanned it, and then now when you go on our website and shop, you can virtually try on all of our clothes. And what's great about it is that we only sell t-shirts, but you have preloaded jackets and jeans and everything to really make a cohesive outfit so people can see how it comes together. And we love it. We love having it here. So you spend a lot of time speaking with retailers, and you touched on some of these pain points, but what are some of the other biggest pain points that you think retailers are facing right now, and how does StyleMe help with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think retailers are struggling to stay competitive because it's such a saturated market. We talk about the retail apocalypse happening, and I feel like in order to stay ahead and relevant, people really do need to find new solutions about how to create a more experiential experience for the consumer. And I think that's why tons of retailers are here at Shop Talk, just because they're looking to find that competitive edge, and I think StyleMe can really help with that because it's our retailers and that already have that edge by having this virtual fitting solution. Customers are already raving about it. Their users are saying how easy it is. They don't have to buy 2 sizes and then return the one that doesn't fit them. They're confident when they're purchasing. They can style items together so that they can see how the complete looks together before they actually purchase it. So I feel like StyleMe really helps retailers be competitive in that way, and in this day and age, that's really what retailers need to be looking for.
And one of the points about staying competitive, which I think is really important, is that you have to be willing to be the first one to do something and try and adopt new technologies. StyleMe is one of those technologies that is really leading the future of fashion and retail. So where do you think in 5 years retail is going to be? What's it going to look like, and how is StyleMe a part of that equation?
Mm-hmm. Well, my goal is to make it so that if your website does not have StyleMe, it's outdated. We kind of want to be the Intel chip for laptops, for online stores, whereas it's kind of a stamp of approval. When you're shopping on this website, you're going to have a good experience. You're going to have less returns. You're going to know that the clothes fit you. And that's really what StyleMe is trying to do, is revolutionize the retail experience for everybody. And in 5 years, I feel like brick and mortar is not going to go away. At least I hope not, because people still, want to go into the store. They want to touch the fabric, etc. But we are so spoiled with free shipping, free returns, and it's so easy to shop online. Everybody's busy these days. And so I think omni-channel will play a very big part in 5 years for retailers everywhere. And so being able to integrate that online and offline experience, I think will be very important for everyone to figure out how to do. And that's why StyleMe also has that omni-channel component where you can actually, shop online, try the clothes on before you actually go in store, or when you're already in store, figure out what you want to try on before you actually take off all your clothes and try them on. And then see what else is out there that you can style together.
It's so true, and now that I've used the StyleMe technology as a consumer, when I go onto websites and I don't see that they have a virtual fitting room, I feel like it's missing now. And it really, as a consumer, has impacted me, and I love it so much. Now I'm addicted, and I want to use it every time I shop. So I think that in 5 years, as more consumers get exposed to what StyleMe can really bring to the table in terms of e-commerce, they're going to start expecting that. Just like it's standard to expect free shipping and free returns. So I'm excited to see that feature and know that you guys are a part of it. I'm also so excited that this is a woman-led company. As a co-founder, being a woman, we'd love to host female executives like yourself in our lounge, and really want to give credit to a changing industry, because traditionally female consumers were the ones driving the purchases, but they weren't always, the female perspective was not always included in the boardroom, and there wasn't always diversity and representation at the top, and we're seeing that now through companies like StyleMe, which is amazing. So I wanted to ask you, who are some of the women leaders that you really admire in the industry and have looked to?
Well, I just feel in general, any women that's trying to make a difference in this industry is already a trailblazer that should be respected, so it's hard for me to pinpoint ones, but I mean, definitely the girls that are heading up Rent the Runway and Stitch Fix, they've really kind of set the bar really high and been able to do something that's very different than traditional retailers are offering, and break barriers that way. So I feel like that's really interesting, that they can come up with a very novel concept, and despite trying to educate the market that you should rent clothes or that you should subscribe, I think is very forward thinking. And again, retailers, in order to stay relevant, competitive, I think that they do need to kind of think outside the box more and see how they can provide the most value for their consumers.
Amazing. If you're a consumer listening to this, you can check out the StyleMe technology by going to thefemalequotient.com. If you are a retailer or a brand, where can they find more out about StyleMe?
So you can go online at style.me and you can try out our tool. It's white labeled for brands, so it's a very easy integration. Brands can get onboarded within a week. We go in, we scan all their garments. We have 3 patents on our scanning machine learning algorithms, so that it makes it very seamless on both sides and a very scalable solution. And I think all our retailers have loved it so far, and we're looking forward to seeing more of StyleMe on other brands.
I'm so excited for you and can't wait to see where you go from here. Thank you so much for spending time with us in the FQ Lounge, home of equality at Shop Talk, and I know we'll be seeing more of you soon.
Thanks, Heather.
Thanks for listening. For more information on this podcast, please check out our podcast channel page at wirlc.com/podcasts for show notes. Women in Retail Talks is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, and now on Spotify. Make sure to subscribe on our podcast channel page as well. If you've enjoyed this episode, please take a few moments to rate and review this podcast. Thanks, and until next time, this has been Women in Retail Talks.